how's it going? And welcome back to Wolf Plays Minecraft. We're back in our vanilla world today, and I think today we are going to go ahead and start work on our super smeltery, because we no longer have a problem with iron, so hoppers shouldn't be an issue, and I think we'd like to smelt some things a little bit faster. So let's get going. Alright, so I started out by removing a tree and filling in a hole, and I put out these 4 posts here to mark out the corners of where I believe our building for our smeltery is going to be. So, I think come over here and start out. I believe we're going to start out right here. And what we're going to do is we are going to pop down a barrel. And then we're going to have to dig out a row of 8 dirt. Now I'm regretting not bringing my shovel outside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. And then we are going to line up hoppers into the barrel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Looks like we got an extra hole here. Okay. Fill the hole in. Now, on top of the hoppers, we're going to need 8 furnaces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we need to go back to the hoppers, because we're going to need a hopper going into the top and the back. One here. There. Like this. Move a torch. Pretty easy. Alright, there we go. So that is the main bulk of what's about to happen here. We got the fuel coming in from the top, the smeltable items coming in from the top, dropping into the furnace, and the fuel going in from the back, and then the hoppers underneath will grab anything that gets smelted and pull it out and dump it in the barrel right here. So now, we need to get objects to be smelted and fuel into the furnaces. And in order to do that, we are going to run some minecart rails. So the first thing I'm going to do is drop a couple blocks here, and then we're going to have to go up a block from each one, like that. And these temporary blocks can come out. So we have a little spot right here with 2 extra pieces. And we're going to do the same thing on this side, where we come out 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then go up 1, like this. And then we can take out the lower sections if we want to. And we may be decorating in a different stone. We'll find that out in a minute. So, now that we have our blocks in place, now we can put our rails in place. So we get some powered rails. Looks like I didn't bring enough power rail. We're going to have to make a couple more. Okay, so we're going to start out by putting powered rails here and here. Oops. Don't want them to connect like that. That's something we do not want. So if we're going to do that, why don't we go ahead and run the top rail first. Powered rail, and then regular rails on top of the hoppers, like this. And then at the end here, just to make sure it can come back, we want to have a couple of power rails. Oh, doing it again. A couple of power rails to send it back. And that's going to do it for the top rail. I can go ahead and plop in our minecart. And I got a minecart with a hopper instead of a minecart with a chest. So I'm going to need to make a couple more powered rails and a minecart with a chest. And I will be right back. Okay, now that we've got our powered rails and our minecart with a chest, not a hopper, we can continue our build. So we're going to have a powered rail down there, and hopefully that will connect to this rail. There we go. I want to have them going straight, and shift click on the hoppers. Hey. Shift click on the hoppers. Hey. Shift click. Thank you. Shift click on the hoppers all the way down to get the rails on the hoppers. And then on the last two, I'm going to pop a couple powered rails, just like this. And then for this end, it's fairly easy. All we have to do is grab a couple redstone torches and chuck them up here under these blocks so that they will power our powered rails, like this. Now at this end, this one's going to be a little bit more complicated, because here we're going to have to load up stuff and get it to flow right. It's not going to be too complicated, but it's a little bit more complicated. So we're going to grab some hoppers again, and we're going to put a hopper above this piece of rail right here, so that when I put down this cart, it will sit under the hopper, and anything in the hopper will flow into the minecart with hopper. So just like that. And now we're going to come around to the front. We're going to have to build ourselves up a temporary block or two, like this, so we can get up top to get to hopper here. And we're going to place a barrel on top of that hopper. So now we have a fuel input, because that's going to run the fuel along the back, and then we have our smelting input. Everything in this chest is going to be put into the furnaces to be smelted. And I think the only thing we have left for the mechanics of stuff is we got to put a lever on the front right here so that we can power our rails. We're going to go, there's my lever. And drop our lever on the front of this block right here. That will mean when I turn on this lever, both the mine carts will go off at once. And you can see through the hoppers there, that back mine cart is going to. And they'll just run back and forth forever until we turn it off. Just like that. Now, it's all functional. I think we can make this a little bit prettier. So now that our smelter is done, I've added a little bit of decoration, not a whole lot, but a little bit. And I'll let the furnaces open in the front so that in the future I can just come by and pop a lever on the front of the furnace. And that way the furnace will be powered, the item will not go out automatically, and I can take an item out manually, which will allow me to collect all the XP that's been gained by that particular furnace smelting objects, which will come in really handy in the future. Now that we are done with our super smelter, I'm pretty sure it's time to do something with these villagers, because for a long time they were just bouncing up there, filling up that tube, and finally I had to have them drop down to one space right here, and there's still, that looks really weird, there's still a whole lot of villagers standing right here. So I think we're going to have to at least pull a couple of them out and start giving them some jobs to do some trades. I'm not sure if we're going to build the full final trading hall yet, or just a temporary storage, but we need to do something because we got to start using our villagers. So let me see if I can figure something out. And this is what we have. It's a simple little shack, but it'll hold our villagers for us, at least temporarily. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be our permanent thing. We're probably going to end up having a larger trading hall over here. But for now, we just needed a space to start trading, and this will do. If we come inside, we have a simple small space here. I put in some extra stuff so that if I want to change out these workstations and get different villagers, I can do that. I'm also going to have to work out what trades these guys are going to have by replacing their workstations till I like their trades. And I think that's going to be a bit of a grind too. So I suppose for now we will end our episode here. I appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching. Join us again next time on Wolf Plays Minecraft.